And now back to Temple Lentz.
Okay, guys, I am here with Daron Deonier from Barre Foodie. Yeah. Among the many other awesome things that she does, how I met Daron was she is an instructor at Pure Barre, where I go frequently. And what I want to say is, so this and this especially are from Daron and Pure Barre. Sorry, Tom, but this part's from Burgerville. But we're equal opportunity here in the Lentz household. So, but when I found out that Daron was cooking and sharing her recipes online, and she was sharing these amazing photos on her blog, which is going to turn into a cookbook, it was amazing. And I wanted to bring her on to share some of what she's doing with us, because she is finding a way to make whole food and healthy food that looks and tastes amazing. So Daron, Barre Foodie is how you can find her. And I would love if you could just tell me a little bit about, so I just described what I think you do, but can you describe it? Because she has much more eloquent use of words on this than I do.
Well, first of all, when Temple says she does Pure Barre, she also does over 6-minute planks when we challenge her. So she deserves a little bit of an extra round of applause for that one. No big deal. Just thought I'd throw that in there for you. So as far as what I do with food, everything starts with a color for me. The visual really fascinates me. So I try to make food as beautiful as possible, as colorful as possible, because we eat with our eyes first. I love feeding people. I love feeding my friends, my family, my brother especially, because he always asks for seconds and he gets so excited. And it's just the best every time. It's like, is there? It's like, yes, there's always seconds. So what I do with food that's maybe a little bit different is I try to capture that comfort food palette with as many local and fresh vegetables as I can. So a new take on comfort food, a little bit of a Thai influence and an Italian influence. So my own fusion of flavors.
Now, so you have no formal training in cooking or chefery? That's
Not at all.
Technical term.
Definitely not chefery.
So how did you get into this? How did you start it?
I got tired of eating boring food. I grew up with salt and pepper as being the only condiments in the household, and ketchup was a condiment. I actually used ketchup the other day for the first time in a really long time. It's a great story. But the bison burgers got burnt, and it's a thing. I didn't burn them, by the way. So I grew up in Montana. There was a limited availability of fresh ingredients where I was, and so I did not grow up with this sort of table presence whatsoever. But a little bit of travel and a lot of listening throughout life really brought my attention to food. And when I started teaching Pure Barre, I was being a little bit more active than I'd ever been in my life. And by little, I mean a lot. And so my body really called to me. It needed more viable energy. It needed to be more sustained. And I started realizing the relationship of food and true wellness and how good I could feel depending on what I ate for breakfast in the given day. So, and it all went from there. And I just cranked the oldies, put on Motown, put my slippers on, and I cook. And I love it.
And she makes these really creative and interesting dishes, just based on some of the ones that I've seen that you've posted on Instagram and Facebook and on your blog. And they're just really rich with color. And when we talked about this segment, we talked about, so a nice summer, like something to take to the potluck or to the barbecue, holiday weekends coming up. What could be a simple thing that somebody could do?
So strawberries are in season right now. So today we're going to do a strawberry basil and jalapeno salad. So sliced strawberries, and then you have your red onion. I like to dice it really, really fine. Truth be told, when I cook, I never measure, but I did measure this for you. There is a recipe that you can follow. And then you have your jalapenos. I left the seeds in because Temple told me she likes a little bit of heat. Something different, coconut. Not only is it going to add more nutrition to your salsa, it's going to add some really nice texture. And then one of my favorite secret ingredients to use, and you can get this at Fred Meyer, it's an alderwood smoked sea salt, which would be really exciting if it exploded everywhere today. But we're going to use our bar muscles, and apparently I used them when I closed it. I mean, those tricep push-ups.
Can I get that
really,
for you?
Yeah. I'm gonna need Temple's help on this. So yeah. So then we also have some.
Go ahead.
It was gentle. It was a gentle press.
Very strong.
Oh, yes. So thank you. So Temple Lentz, everyone.
That's how.
So a little bit of smoked sea
Oh
salt.
my God, that smells so good.
Yeah, the
It
nose
is, it's
on
really
that.
smoky.
It's awesome. It goes great with blackberries and chocolate, actually. So a little bit of raspberry, and then we'll squeeze some mandarin. Yeah, we'll squeeze some mandarin. But before we do that, we're going to use one of my favorite tools, my micrograter, Cynthia, I see you. Everyone should have a micrograter, by the way, because a little bit of zest goes a long way as far as your palate is concerned. It doesn't take much time. And the only thing I'll be cutting tonight, because safety reasons here, plus this table height.
Because they won't let me.
I'll have to
actually
do a
give me
little bit
knife.
of a little wall sit. Little squeeze of mandarin. We'll add some orange. Woo, hello. We'll stir it up, and then you have your salsa.
Oh my gosh, it smells so good.
I don't know if we can see that at all.
Yeah. Can we?
Oh, and basil, of course. So we'll add the basil as well. You don't need to have your own basil plant, but it is a nice accessory for your kitchen. Fresh basil always goes a long
So
way.
do we just pick off a little?
We just pick off a little nub there.
Okay. And then, like, really, I actually don't cook. I have no idea what to do.
So with herbs, you can slice them, or you can just sort of break them up and throw them in there. We probably want a few more for balance.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah,
I
you
am
can tear
totally
stuff.
on this.
All right.
Yes.
See?
Look, I did it.
Yeah, you're cooking. Oh my gosh. All right.
Oh, it smells so good up here.
It really does. It literally smells good. Literally.
Literally.
All right.
So we got so can we go to this camera and show it? I'm directing for the guys. I'm telling them, like, we want to go to this one.
Another focus of mine is to support local. So this is from the local for Portland, actually Vancouver, farmers market out in Camas. If you've not checked them out, Navid's olive oils are amazing. So this is a Sicilian lemon balsamic vinaigrette. So now you have your salsa. Do you want to try it?
Yes.
All right.
So this is this is just something like quick and easy to take to a party, but it can also go with it can be a part of a larger meal. Oh.
And the colors are stuff. Oh.
Bright.
They didn't train on that sound effect. That was not in the buffer.
Oh, we trained on sadness at the terrible jokes, but we didn't train on awe. So
Train on awe and savory.
I have a mic, so this could be a little crunchy, you guys. I apologize. But it's so good. Oh my God.
You'll have leftovers.
Can somebody else finish the show? Because I have business with this. This is so good.
Speaking of leftovers, so this is your lunch for tomorrow, or your dinner for this evening. So there's a couple of other recipes that will be posted, one of which is the sweet potato recipe that you have here. And this is pulled chicken that I made yesterday in the slow cooker.
Oh my
so
gosh.
now you have a chicken taco salad.
It's like a taco salad, but it's fresh and whole and healthy.
You want to smell it?
And so good. So she has like some beautiful pulled chicken, some sweet potato, like kind of a chips.
Yeah.
And then a salad. So if you want to make a healthy version of a taco salad that tastes so good and so full. I think that's actually what was most striking to me about these dishes is that they're not just healthy, like, oh, great, healthy, cardboard, wonderful. But like, they have so much flavor that, once you start eating real food like this, you taste something that isn't made of real food and real ingredients, and you're like, McDonald's, what are you doing? So
Well, and when you eat well and you eat colorfully, you do feel better. You have more energy, which means you can do more things throughout the day. This definitely fuels me through my day. So at the end of my workday, I still have something left for myself. So it's been a really fun journey. I love sharing it. So thank you for having me here.
awesome. Well, thank you for being here.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.